Hello everyone, this is Sameer. Today we'll learn how to select a shock mount for your vibration applications. You might have sometime tried to mount your equipment on a vibrating base, that of a spacecraft, naval warship, a submarine, or any vibrating platform. The main problem is that how to select a shock mount, whether you should select a cup type shock mount, a X type shock mount, or a wire rope isolator, or the general rubber based shock mount. But how to do that and why do we do that? We'll try to learn this concept today. For this we'll do a small experiment. We have a vibrating base plate for which the displacement is shown on the right hand side with a blue line, blue graph. It is mounted, it is connected to a top plate through a damper and a spring arrangement. The vibration or the displacement of the top plate is shown by the red lines adjacent to that. Right? Now you see, as we increase the frequency of the base plate, there is a peak in the top red graph. After that, the displacement have decreased. So we can take away from this experiment is that at a particular frequency of the base, there is a peak displacement in the top. This point is called as the resonance, and after that we find a isolation of our displacement. Displacement remains the same in the base plate, but the displacement on the top plate has decreased to very low amount. This is where isolation is occurring, and that is what we want to achieve in our devices mounted on vibrating platforms, whatsoever it may be. So when we try to plot the same thing on a graph, we'll get a peak, and after that the displacement would reduce to some bare minimum value, and this would be very clear when we see the graph in the adjacent slide. You can see there is a peak near about 1, and the graph crosses the origin, comes below the origin at near about 1.414, and this is a graph between the displacement transmissibility, and in the x-axis we have frequency. We generally plot a frequency ratio there. Nevertheless, you understand that there is a peak, and after some frequency we get the transmissibility to becoming below 1 also, and this is the region where we want our instruments to operate. Right? A very detailed graph is shown here. You can see that as we are increasing a detailed graph that is showing transmissibility versus frequency ratio, the frequency of excitation to the natural frequency of the system. The system is our base plate, the spring and the damper, the top plate, spring and the damper. On the right hand side you see the damping ratio of the damper, right? The plotted, as we go up the damping becomes good, and the line with 1, that is the line with what we want for our damping systems. And you can see the peaks in the top. We don't want any peaks. We want our system to damp very quickly. So with a value 1.0 we want to operate somewhere there. Now this graph shows the effect of damping on transmissibility. You see, yellow line is a low damping material, blue one is a high damping material, and violet one is a medium damping material. So we want our instruments to be in high damping cases. It depends on your application, how you are using, where you are using, how much you can tolerate, how much cost you can pay for minimizing the damping effect, and those things would determine. Now you see that the ratio of excitation frequency to natural frequency versus the transmissibility graph. I have just taken a graph from the net that shows that when we are using the red material, this sorbothane material, we are getting very good damping characteristics, while the natural rubber, the generally available rubber, will give you so much of excitation. So that is not useful. This much for this video, and this much is enough. Now the basic thing that we have learned is that you have to select a proper spring damper arrangement for your equipment to be mounted on a vibrating base, so that you can achieve a good or low transmissibility, good isolation you want to achieve. So we want to select some isolators. We'll know how to do that in our next video, which will be coming soon.